Today we're going to be making a ladder so we can get up into our loft in our shop here. There's a lot of storage space up there, and right now there's just a bunch of boxes and things kind of thrown around. The kids have been going up there, but if we had a decent ladder, it'd be easier to climb up and actually do some decent storage up there. So what we got is some oak 2x4s here that we milled out, planed down. We'll get those notched out, and here we have our 2x we use for our ladder or our rungs. So we'll get those notched out, get those fastened in, and then we'll fasten the ladder on the wall there, and then we'll be able to get upstairs in our shop. We got these marked off 14-inch steps on here. Our steps are 1.5 inches, just under 1.5 inches. So I'm going to notch these out about a 3/4 inch. Then our steps will sit out just a little bit. We'll give some more clearance from the wall because this ladder is going to be straight up against the wall. So we'll get those notched out, get these screwed in, and get it put up there. There's a little lever on the back here. You raise that up, that loosens your table up, and you can adjust your depth here. So let's go about 1 inch. That ought to be about right. Yeah. Tighten this thing back up. Get our saw plugged in. One thing that I find helpful when you're making a bunch of cuts on two boards like this, you just clamp them together. It can save you a lot of time. There, now we can cut both boards at once. Now we got all those cut. We're going to take our chisel, whack it in there, bend it once there, bend it back that way, and most of these will pop right out. Just clean it up a little bit. We could just screw our rungs onto the ladder, but I think we make a notch like that. They sit in the notch. For one, it looks a lot better, and it's a whole lot stronger. Okay, we got them all notched out. Now we can lay our rungs in here. Got these pre-drilled so they don't split, hopefully. These all fit in there nicely. Let's get our screws. Start at this end. Get nice and flush. Oops, snapped the screw. That's one of the problems with using oak. Be really careful. These screws will just snap right off. Did he? I have to nail these things. These screws seem to be a bit brittle. They're just not working very well. Let's see if we can get some nails here. Screws, sometimes you have to go back to nails, depending on what you're doing. Yep.
Grayson wants to know what the Amazon package was.
I don't really know. He can come look if he wants. This oak has been cut for over a year, and it's pretty hard. After they bend once, there's kind of a staple out of that one. That ought to work. Okay, let's get this thing set up. I'll go right here on the wall. Right like that. So, let's figure out how to fasten it to the wall now. We could toe screw on that side and get a good fastener top and bottom. I think that ought to hold it. Work. We'll fasten the top and bottom yet. And that ought to hold the ladder just perfectly good in there. It should be plenty strong enough. There, that ought to be good. Pop this ugly thing out of here. And they just snap off. That's the good thing about nails, they don't snap off like that. Well, there's our ladder. Now we should be able to climb it, no problem. Yeah, that's just perfect. Yeah, and now we can actually get up here and get some things organized. Well, we got our ladder built. These boards came out of a tree, probably the first tree that I milled a couple years ago. They're pretty hard and dry. That's why the screws didn't like to hold very well. They wanted to just snap off. But that's the good thing about nails. They will hold sometimes better than a screw. Well, thanks for watching. That's all we have for today. Hope you all have a good day.